Guys did a crazy run. We are going to watch the Salad Baker's run and break that down. The Salad Baker's run was an hour and 3 minutes. An hour and 3 minutes, 56 seconds. So it actually beat all of the current records. It even beat the records that were set by noobs on the test realm, like on their competition realm. So it's actually better than like anything that's happened. This is faster than like the private server world record. This is faster than the competition realm records. A thing that's obviously a difference would be like War Chief's Blessing and Dark Moon Fair. In the competition realm, you don't have that, but on the competition realm, you do have skips. So skips are not as much a thing here. Obviously, Rise also did an incredible run, and Progress hasn't run yet. So Progress might beat this. I think we're absolutely going to see a sub 1 hour run this week, or this Dark Moon Fair. But I will probably upload this one to YouTube, just so that people who had to go to sleep earlier today and missed this stream can see it a lot easier. Yeah, I know banning skips is kind of like it's something I touched on earlier. I think it's kind of not one of the dopest things that they could do is to ban skips, because in all honesty, like, it feels like skips have always been like something cool that you could do. Banning Petries was really good, but that's like my personal opinion. I'm not going to get too far into that in this like video right now. Also, I do want to mention one more time before we get into this that on Thursday at hopefully 2 p.m. PST, I'm basically going to get together with a lot of the best rogues in the world, as well as people that don't play rogue anymore, like Drast, who we're watching right now, and do kind of like a master class on Naxx for rogues. And that's going to include like some of the top rogues, but you'll see Roguish do insane DPS in this run. So Roguish and some Progress rogues, some Gussie rogues, stuff like that. And from there, first thing I want to look at is the logs, of course. So let me lower that, I think. Okay. So on the logs, Nars did unreal damage. And I think that's just for KT. Okay, so encounters and trash. Nars and Eggnog were absolute pumpers today. Roguish right here, getting like number 4 rogue in the world right now. Don't quote me on that. We can check again. But Nars and Eggnog actually destroyed. Nars actually gets web wrapped, which means on bosses, Eggnog actually won slightly. If you look at, we go to Warcraft logs. Eggnog is the number 1 by 0.1 DPS, dude. 0.1 DPS. There's not a Roguish POV up. Hopefully we'll be able to get one. So Nars did win on boss damage and trash, which is the most important metric. Guys, in any sort of speedrun, it is the most important metric. That's just bar none. And obviously we know that you can't use Petries anymore. I'm actually just gonna... I'm gonna do it like... Do you guys want to see it in normal speed or in double speed? What do we think? Because, okay, so the interesting thing about the meta of... Yeah, let's do like 1.5 or something. So the interesting thing about the meta for BWL, or for Naxx, is there's no real skips. Like, you can't really do skips anymore. One thing we do want to look at, obviously, before we get into it, is buffs. He's got a Thorns buff that's probably just for safety right there. The Seal of the Dawn, Mark of the Dawn, Mark of the Champion, whatever. The 30 stamina buff. Already a pre-popped Nature Res. Food buff. In here, we have, like, obviously you can see a Petri. Petri's not going to be used, but everyone pretty much should have a Petri. And then just communicate, because you can only use 5 Petris. So just always communicate with a Petri that you use. It's always good to have the instant buff food, because there's a lot of times where you can't use it. And Royd's right there, just kind of hanging out and chilling. Oh! Yes, dude. Won't catch small invades or quick decisions, but that's why we have Sarthe here. Yeah, so here's here's like one of the best parts. Here, let me move this up even more to make this not in an awkward position. Okay, here's one of the best parts. They started with Spiderwing. This is the new world record. They started with Spiderwing. So they blow up Spiderwing. They literally get through Spiderwing in 9 minutes. Their Naxx Naxx kill is 35 seconds long. And they started with Spiderwing so that they literally don't even have to deal with a web wrap. Although they could have been slightly cleaner and saved a little bit of time later on in the raid. That was just Drast exiting out of his other World of Warcraft account. They're too fast. Yeah, they kill things. Maybe I'll go to 1.2 on bosses, because bosses don't matter. On the speedrun, they don't use FAPs. Everyone does get hit by the web spray, so they're not using FAPs here, which means if a Nubracan turns around and does do like the knock-up on anyone, they would just be stuck in place. So it's kind of like a good idea if the ads are stacked well. If the ads are stacked well. And they didn't get knocked there anyways. Another thing that like we're just gonna notice, right, is just like trinket swaps is everything. Trinket swaps is literally everything. And you can get more also there out of a Mighty Rage. But trinket swaps in a speed run is legit everything. The interesting thing is you can either swap between on-use trinkets, or you could even just use a bunch of static trinkets. But like on a lot of bosses, one on-use can be super helpful. Like really, really nice. And Drast doesn't have DFT yet, so that's why you can see, obviously, not the DFT. Over here is overall damage, where Roguish is pumping. Nars is up there. Captain is up there. Captain ends up dying in this raid. So there's a few deaths that lose them time. Also here, the Naxx Naxx room. Did I go to 1.25? Yeah, I did. This is 1.25 speed, and it still seems like it's really fast, right? That was a super clean pull. One thing I do want to go to like normal speed for, and I want to even lower this even more. Okay. Their hunter puller, Gooch does die, but he is like, I mean, I say this in every speedrun review. He's always in position, right? He's always ready to pull. I don't know. Oh, so he doesn't pull there because the skitters are running through and they didn't want to double pull with the skitters. So they make the call to wait. This is 7 seconds lost time there. 7 seconds lost time. I just going back so for a second so you can see that this is amp magic up on Drast right now, not the invasion buff. So yeah. Yeah, we can keep it normal speed for this one. I'm gonna cover on stream the other speedruns. Like tomorrow we'll watch Rise's speedrun also. They did 1 hour and 10 minutes. Number 1 NA. Really incredible run. So they don't do the big Faralina pull, right? On this. The risky thing of the reasoning, I would assume, I haven't asked like Drast or Ganker or anyone yet, but a good reasoning for not doing the big pull is because it's risky if you don't pull it off, and they're doing Spiderwing first. Like it's safer to do it later, obviously, because you have maybe less time on your buffs, right? It doesn't like scare you. You know? So like, I know that they're going to. This could save so much time. Let's actually look exactly at the time. Okay, look at this. Because they even waited. So let's wait for the wait. Let's look at it. Yeah, this is the Salad Baker's world record. All right, right here. 4 minutes and 38 seconds. They're at 4 minutes and 34 seconds. Sorry. Look at this. Six minutes and 15 seconds. They could shave off like 1 minute and 30 seconds by doing the one pull. They do have to wait for their trinkets. They'd have to swap trinkets early. ideally they'd swap trinkets early before that last pull, before that last chain pull. So but like that's a lot of time, right? So that's like at least a minute. It's over a minute that they can save. Definitely over a minute. If it's done well, that's a minute and like 30 seconds. So like we're looking towards getting this sub 1 hour run, the golden sub 1 hour run. And Salad Bakers has like, I was going to say 1/10, but that's not a good analogy. I'd say like about 30 to 40% of the gear of like noobs, you know? So like they don't nearly have like, they don't have like 5 Gressels. I think they have 1 or 2 in this raid because Lottie has 2. Look how fast that Fairlena dies. This is normal speed now, guys. This is normal speed. Also, they're not running a swiftness of Zanza, which like, or using swiftness items here yet. I think they might. Like that's a lot of time lost right there. So we're looking at like little opportunities they could have to min-max even better, right? That's like the real thing. Is it possible to skip the trash in front of Fairlena entirely by invis potting past them and pulling the boss behind? I don't know. I think they might chain pull with Fairlena. I would be very intrigued to see if anyone's tested that. Yeah? I don't know. All right. In here, this is the first speed run after the Warcraft logs changes. So Lottie doesn't have an exact number right now without a weak aura that they have for how many of everything they need to kill. But then they couldn't invis. No, because they could invis back with Gnomish invis. I don't know if it's possible. They would need speed items and invis. You'd have to invis. No, because you could Gnomish cloaking out with like a speed pot. So you would use like, maybe use a nifty stopwatch in with invis and then Gnomish cloaking out with speed pot. Potential. It's an idea. This was like a really great chain pull, by the way, guys. I know they're going so fast, right? They're going insanely fast. They don't want to pull this. They just run forward. Next, this is padding up. These other gargoyles are padding up. So what they're going to do, let me make sure that this doesn't even auto. It just stays. Okay, so what they're going to do is run through here. Like you pull this, wait for this to start moving, and run through. Get into position, go get these ghouls. You're probably going to get the shade also with the ghouls. Let's see how that happens. They're just blowing up the ghouls. Here's the shade incoming. Swap, kill shade if they can. Or cleave it all down. They have so much damage. Like, after this run, Salad Bakers has the highest DPS, raid DPS. And that's actually something that's usually consistent with Salad Bakers. Salad Bakers almost always has the highest raid DPS. Oh yeah, skitters. True, skitters. No, it's good to, I really like the idea. I really like the idea. It's good to always touch on all of this, right? And so they're literally at 8 minutes and 30 seconds as they're walking into Naxx's room. This is the world's fastest Naxx. Naxx dies before Naxx can even do a web spray. I don't even think they go and even attack any of the people that are webbed up. I don't even think they go and even break them out until they kill Naxx. Like Lottie literally during his stream made the call. He's like, okay, now go kill him. You do? Okay. You break him out, just have the ranged. Okay. Like this Naxx kill is so fast. The record victory is another 25 seconds. Boom. And you can see some people moving back. Oh, they're already broken out. See? Yep. So they're already broken out. Move on. Perfect. Now, Drask goes to double static trinket here. And they're going to start pulling. So that literally, by doing it that way, they blew through Spiderwing in 9 minutes. All of Spiderwing. Arachnid quarter. Whatever you want to call it. in 9 minutes. You can obviously see the FAPs being used here as everything gets grouped up, chain pulled and brought in. Gooch, I'm going to say it again, does a great job of pulling, like with really good timing. If that had been picked up slightly faster, he would have been able to move in, but I don't know if he would have wanted to yet. Like that's like maybe a second. Kill this, and they're keeping it spread because there's no FAPs anymore. And then go in and blow everything up. This was where they died on the world first attempt. Rippers. That's a nice face pull. Like, oh no, Gooch actually pulled that. I was like, dude, whoever face pulled that did that perfectly. That was really nice. Food as they're pulling this. So just everyone renewing food buff. This would also be a really good time to apply. Oh, sharpening stones. Perfect. Amazing time to apply sharpening stones for all of the melee. Even like the range kind of could have done that really quickly. They only need to do one. Hit him with some dynamites. In the noobs run, we saw people using the engineering, not the engineering helm, the helm from Nomer on this pull. It's like 100 damage to everything. You would have to swap those really fast. Yeah, Gooch, man, I want to see it. Does Gooch record his POV? Because he really does play really well. Like this whole run, when I was watching, I was like, look at that, guys. And then just jump across. That was kind of scary. For anyone that lands in it, it's scary, but just jump across. Like really clean play from the tanks. Boom, grab that, blow it up. They're going to grab this, FAP again, if they all have it. I would assume so. Yep, FAPs. Destroy this. He dies to Patchwork. Oh, can I not? I mean, that's not a spoil. Whatever. I know because I watched this from 2 POVs earlier. I was very in it. I woke up early. I'm not even lying. I like got home early. Got a bunch of stuff done early to make sure I could watch this. They all eat up. This is another thing that like most guilds do differently that I think wastes time, is every guild waits for their mages. It's not going to start happening very much longer. Every guild will wait for their mages to precast of Pyroblast on the monstrosity. That's 6 seconds before every pull. Nope. Just have your warriors go in and kill it. If it summons a totem, kill the totem. Like, it's not that scary. The totem's not very scary if you kill it fast enough, right? That pull could have been like half a second faster, but that's like nothing, right? Also, when Gooch is pulling, like he pulls a really here. Actually, that's watch this, guys. Watch back. A really insane thing that he does. Why I think Gooch, and like probably like let's see how Progress's puller does, but none of the above's puller does an insane job too of like Gooch. Look how he positions when he pulls. He positions so that it'll run through a tank through their last pull. Right? So like right there was maybe a call not to chain pull that just yet, or it might have been like, I mean, he wanted to wait for it to die, which is fair. The totem doesn't even get cast. That was actually perfect because the totem almost got cast. He positions really well after his pull. Like, actually really, really nutty player. Great hunter. They do get the fear here. No, they don't get feared here. That cast almost went off, but somebody moves forward, grabs that, pulls it out of the group so that they don't get knocked up and all blamoed. There's the knock up. Almost a scary knock up because the tanking it, which might have been captain, almost got knocked into here, which would have cost him obviously half his health. There's a target dummy, one target dummy, and I would assume like basically like either dynamite or Holy waters are used like pretty much on CD. Everyone go dip yourselves. This is like no, people are low. I was going to say possibly unlucky padding, but it's actually decent padding is padding back and people are low. It's slightly far, but there's nothing really to do. Just heal up everyone. People are only low because they dipped in. But like, I don't know how raid mana was. You can barely see it on Drass point of view. Boom, battle chicken, boys. Drass even has his battle chicken. I was actually surprised that he didn't use it. That was a clean battle chicken. Double, look at the battle chickens. Everybody, use battle chicken on this fight, by the way. Battle chicken will now follow you to the boss, then swap your trinkets again to whatever trinkets you're going to use for the fight. Easy, easy buff, guys. Easy buff. Gooch, oh, here, let me actually zoom back because Gooch dies here. So Gooch pulls Patchwork through Lottie. And Patchwork runs directly through Lottie and actually does wail on Gooch. And I don't even actually, Lottie's not even the main tank. He's soaking Hatefuls. Main tank is Panty. Panty? Is that? Yeah. So it's super unlucky. Yeah. He must have resisted a taunt and not gotten hit by anything. Or anything that could do more threat. Look at those battle chickens popping off. Look at that. Drast used a immolation. Oil of immolation. Did he? Patney. Former 4T player from Vanilla Days. Oh, Panty. Okay, so I was correct. Okay. Damn. Well, he's crushing it on aggro. The only one that gets in a scary position is Eggnog, but Eggnog just dips in, right? So Eggnog does get in a scary position, but he just dips in, right? So he just keeps his health low, right? Egg's just got low health, like, or he had dipped in early, like he's just not. I can't see the chickens. How do you see them? There's one dead right here. Look at this little battle chicken. They were summoned earlier. I could zoom back. Do you want me to? Here. The oil is just a little cheese. It doesn't do much, if anything. Here's 2 battle chickens right here. And there was a third one at least. The oil's like literally just like, it's just damage, right? Like it's probably macroed to it. Like what you do is you just macro oil of immolation to your sapper or dynamite. Yeah. You just macro oil of immolation. So Gooch actually died there. That was their first death. I believe their first death. And that's a really unfortunate one. There's also going to be an unfortunate thing that happens a little bit soon. There's going to be an unfortunate thing that happens soon. So let's go to 1.5 speed while they get up here. You get across and then you like bandage or eat or both. Eat. So Drast still hasn't used his Zanza pot, but I know he does get it up. Watching buffs, probably watching buff slots for now. But there's a fort buff. They run into this pull while Gooch gets into position to pull this one, by the way. Beautiful. That was beautiful. It was really good padding with the boss also, but they could have just fought these with the boss. They blow these up so fast that it's not even too scary to like need to stun them. Although it just, for safety's sake, you should want to, really. Yeah, that's what it looked like. He ran directly through the main tank. And then Grobulus here at first. This is, oh, that was in double speed. Let's go back to normal speed. All right, so here's the interesting thing about Grobulus. Lottie gets like 2 parries at the beginning. Does he have Blasted Lands up already? That's what I was going to say, dude. Did he already roids? Yeah. I know he had roids in his invent earlier. So Lottie gets some parries and people DPS him early, so that was actually scary. That was actually scary for some people, right? So Lottie needs to get threat. He was just trying to move it into a good position. There's another battle chicken use. Yeah, yeah, molded, yeah. And so Lottie just gets him into position. This is like nice where they're fighting the boss up here. This is super fast also. Drass is already ready to swap his trinkets. Get your fear wards out. Like during this, like fear wards should have been going out right after patchwork, right? Or I don't know how long it would even take to get them all out, but you should at least have fear wards ready on your rogues, especially your exposed armor rogue, who will actually fall here. Guys. I believe he falls there. Erratic. He has a lag spike. Ugh. So they don't have exposed armor on this next boss, by the way. So unfortunate. So unfortunate. Oh my gosh. I think there's only one fear that goes out on this Gluth. Maybe a second one barely goes out. But they absolutely destroy Gluth. Like, it's literally not even a joke. It's just so done. Yeah. So it's moved into position. By the time it reaches position, it's at 40% HP. Like, the output of DPS in this raid, there's 10 people at 10k DPS. Like, there's the one fear that people are eating. And it's dead. Move on, run. We need to summon Erratic really fast. They actually choose to summon him right there. I probably would have done it right here, and I think they would have thought about that later, just in case there is like that pat, idea. I would have done it like right here if you could. Just if people are like ahead too, like everyone else can get in position. Draft swaps to Diamond Flask. Boom. It's not really any innovative. Yeah, exactly. Like, there's not like a crazy strat you can do anymore other than just execute and do more DPS for now. Like, there's not really anything crazy you can do. It's literally just playing well, having a lot of DPS. Like, Thaddeus, I think, does one polarity shift. Yeah. Gonna have highest. Yeah, you guys have always, I think always, at least at all of AQ, you've had the highest DPS output, overall rated DPS output. So like, it's just insane overall DPS output. Like, if Roguish wasn't so good of a rogue, you would only run one rogue, right? You just need the exposed armor rogue. But Roguish just does actually comparable damage. Roguish does so much damage. He's really good. Lottie gets behind the boss so you can't get parried on your first attack. Easy. Give him like half a second, not really for threat. He kind of pumps. If you get the ignite, you just need to Petri. Yeah, Roguish is literally a god gamer. So again, guys, when I do like I'm going to do like a masterclass, rogue masterclass on Thursday with a bunch of rogues. Roguish was actually the first person I reached out to. Originally, I was thinking of just having a conversation with Roguish, but then it kind of evolved, and I was like, let's bring in like all of these top rogues. He's insane, guys. And this is just like standard. Coco gets the ignite. He's up here kind of on threat. If he gets scared, he'll just Petri. Like, I would assume Petries are probably used on Thaddeus. Thaddeus. Cass. No Petri used on Thaddeus. No Petri used on Thaddeus. Also, yeah, paladins can using Holy Aura to cheese stuff with holy waters. I have not so much. Here is where it'd be nice to have Lottie's POV, and I'll actually pull it up really fast so everyone gets like spread out, right? Everyone spreads out. Cool. This is the POV of Rise. Let's go to Lottie's POV. Okay. This is after when he's looking at things. This is the big one. Okay. Oh, did his stream go down for a minute? Okay. Okay, I passed it. Passed it. Alright. Gluth down, they summon. That is. Watch this. And this is what I talked about in the noobs run that I wish they did, right? This is what they do. They pull. They pull. And then once the stacks are about to drop, you just spread out. Like, you just have to be clean. Like, this just needs to be pulled, like, really quick, right? Like, it just needs to be pulled really fast. They end up actually chain pulling the Pat too. But, like, look at this. So they've got 12 seconds. 12 seconds. Here's a 4 stack buff. 5 stacks. And then called. 5 seconds away. Everyone spread out. Get away. Let it drop. Boom. And then now this other group comes in. Boom. Just amazing. I hope every guild moves to this. Right? So like there's no real like crazy big brain strats you can do because you can't skip things, you know? That's like one of the few things. It's like when we first started seeing AQ, it was kind of like this mentality that we couldn't really skip things, and then we kind of decided we would just do bigger pulls with Petries. We might end up seeing some bigger Petri pulls. I would anticipate so. Some bigger Petri pulls moving into the meta once people just like do these like just basically Monka steer, like salad steer runs where they just literally output so much damage they're not afraid of things. Little disarm, yeah. But till then, like maybe starting next, I don't know if we'll see anything like that this, because people right now are saving Petries for like an ignite. But then I guess you could also bop lip till somebody gets aggro again, and hopefully the ignite drops. But you can only use five Petries. Here would be they will actually chain pull really well. Like look at that. Oh, Gooch is just amazing on that. He's like, if we get feared, we'll pull this. That was a face pull into this. They're gonna get feared and pull the Pat also. Wait, there was a DI that I missed. No, Divine Favor. That's not. Okay, so there wasn't. I was like, what? I'm saying they could. Yeah, they could, but then you lose. That's a death. But imagine like that person had died already. I don't know. That's only like one Petri or potentially two Petries. Also, like, then you also have Lotheb. It's just, but then you don't have aggro on Lotheb. So, like, using Petri sparingly is nice. Using Petri sparingly is nice. This double pulls, it's kind of scary, not gonna lie. So they use some target dummies were used as well as like sappers. If those live too long, like that's just gonna cleave you down. But like I was saying, it's just gonna be like bigger pulls is really the way to save time. That's how we saved time in AQ the most, was just pulling bigger. So like I wouldn't be surprised if we see like that entire top room pulled or something, or after these are pulled, this entire bottom room pulled with a bunch of target dummies. But like these guys charge, and like that's scary as shit too. Someone raised a point as well that the Petri rule only bans them while in combat. Do you think there could be some degenerate stuff while out of combat? I think, does it count on the logs if you use the Petri while you're invisible? Right? Like you're not in combat. You use it out of combat, but then you cancel it when you're out of combat. So it's not a cast. Also, then, yes, it could be still used on Gargoyle Poison. What Salad Bakers does, and it's something that I really like, is they use Diamond Flash sets on the Poison. Again, here would be like another place that like having... Like here, moving down the stairs and stuff are just places that having Swiftness of Zanza, we might see people moving to Swiftness. Dude, Ralph with the Prime, brother. I love you, dog. Thank you for the Twitch Prime, dog. But Swiftness could be set up, right? So that people can get into position faster. They just got food buff renewed, or some people got food buff renewed. What was the world record time? 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 56 seconds. So it was faster than anything done on... Because Noobs had a 1 hour and 4 minute run. Almost 1 hour and 5 minute run, but it was on the test realm. So this is faster than anything done on the test realm, anything done on private servers, not test realm. So Captain pulls aggro there, Drast pulls aggro there also. This was actually a little bit sketchy of a Resuvius, and it's actually something that I think you guys, it would benefit from hearing. I think this is something you guys would benefit from hearing Lottie's POV, because this is really telling what happens here. So let's go try to find it. Give it a second. Okay. All right. So this Resuvius goes bad. I'm going to raise the volume so you guys can hear this. It's going to have Lottie's music, which is like, obviously, rage music. His is such fun. It's so fun for speedruns. It's the best. Okay.
Guys, the boss is not under control at all. His position is bad. Don't fuck us now, please.
Listen, right? So positioning is bad right now, but then...
I you MC'd two at the same time. What's happening now?
Double MC'd and then dropped.
No, now you fucked it. You have cooldown on all the freeze now. You need to pump the boss.
Someone double MC'd and then instantly dropped because they messed up. But then now they're on CD.
You have cooldown. You can't MC now. You have to big heal the square. You have to big heal the square.
Lottie's actually going to move in and grab this one also that's in here.
Oh, I'm not supposed to use Thunder here.
So that was not clean from the priests, guys. Most definitely not clean from the priests. So that's like, I don't even think, in all honesty, people like to give Lottie like a crap for raging, dude. I don't feel like okay there there was no rage, right? Like it was just a call. It wasn't like a rage, right? It was just like the calls. Yeah. Here, this could have been pulled slightly faster. They could probably chain pull these because they kill it so fast. The whirlwind is about to happen. They do spread these out, actually, just because that's double axe. Better safe than sorry. You can use stone shields here. Greater stone shields here. Now they got double staff, so like that's something, yeah. Yeah. This trash is like okay, double swords is nice, right? So they do pull that in, right? They do pull that in. Like that first one was double axes, which you're just like, no, thank you. That's unlucky that they get frozen. The axes the axes are scary. But like I don't think anyone's ever gonna do a fish for these because they die fast enough. This pack right here gets literally globaled. Like, done, pulled. Oh, pulled. I love Gooch's pulling. I really do. Iron Gooch is just great. They're going to move in, face pull this, right? There's nothing else they can do. Again, that's like another time that like slightly could be faster if you have Swiftness of Zanza, but like, what does that really make a difference? You have ZG buff. Like, we'll see if it ends up being used. And then here, actually, what happens is they pull the boss before enough people get onto Undead. So they actually pull the boss before enough people get onto Undead. So they're missing 3 DPS and a healer, I believe, on Undead side. Which we will double speed because there's nothing like crazy here. We might end up having Swiftness Zanza on everyone next run. Okay, see, that's... I love it, dude. Thank you, brother. Yeah, so they might end up using Swiftness of Zanza next run. I think it's going to be a good play. Like, there's just so much transit. Like, you're moving so often. It just... Extra movement speed is always useful. Yeah. Maybe I'll skip Gothic. There's nothing really to see. Gothic is Gothic. I don't think anyone dies. But I do want to mention something at the end of Gothic. Phase 2. Look how long this fight is. This is literally just a time sink. Okay. Here we go. What I really want people to see, and you guys kind of do it. Gooch is already here. Like, just know that your DPS is going to kill it. Know that your DPS is going to kill it. Gooch is here. Just pull, right? Your DPS is going to kill it before you can even get over there. Boom. That was, yeah, okay. So he was in position. You could probably, okay, right now, Gooch could get that and this one. Yeah. Grab that. Pull these forward. Gooch moves. Dude, look at that. Just so nice. He's always moving forward. There is a ghoul pack that they pull an extra ghoul that they didn't have to, but he's just always moving forward. They're actually, let's see if they pull these. Yeah, let's just move down here. You could pull all of these together. Probably. It's pulled up right now. Let's see if that could have gotten picked up slightly faster and brought in, but it's not scary for them. They have enough DPS to always cleave these down pretty much. Because of raid damage not being too hectic, I wouldn't put it past them next time to just pull these all together, right? Like, it is a lot of raid damage, and it's, like, scary. It's better to play it safe always. This is unfortunate padding with the next Ghoul Pack. So we'll see Gooch pull the next Shade. Really clean. Someone in Salad Bakers tell Iron Gooch that he's just... I mean, he knows that he's this stank, but yeah. So that was this is the extra Ghoul Pack that they didn't need. That's bad padding. I'm pretty sure they don't need this last Ghoul Pack. My dream is that Laddie rages on my ears, dude. Yeah. And then the 4 Horsemen pull is a little sketchy. We're gonna see. Let's see. It's just like these aren't stacked, you know? So I think they end up splitting them. This would be another good one to go to Lottie's POV so you guys can hear a little rage, of course. All right. Mute this. All right. Sitting drinking behind them as they were about. Oh, he says if someone sits and drinks, he will kick them from their guild.
Yes, yes.
Today,
yes,
it was amazing. All right.
Not Bluma, not Bluma.
Mograine.
Come, Shiramar, come. You're blind, come.
And Bruno needs to get out.
Yes, because we move it away from Celiac and Bluma, so we don't over aggro on the tank, so we don't want to move. Yeah, I'm moving them now. We don't want people to cleave Bluma and Celiac, you know, so we don't over aggro on them.
Yeah. So pretty much those could have been stacked faster so that they could just go in and like womp them. Could have been stacked faster. Yeah. They could have been stacked faster. That's all. And then they would have cleaved them down. It was so the I don't have a good estimate of the time that they lost for this because I can't see. Right now, Blumo's not dead though. Or Mograine is not dead yet. Drast comes in to pick up Blumo. They lost time here. Basically, that's what you need to know. Is they lost time here. Lottie gets out. Lottie had gone in here to DPS, actually. And there's another mistake that happens a little bit later, which we'll go to 1.5 speed. Boom. Please notice that the tank has 5 Sunders up. Please, always do that. Just keep your 5 Sunders up. Like, what else are you doing? And now they're just rotating DPS in here, by the way. It's 4, I would assume, warriors. I don't know if Roguish ever gets to go in. But once you get to 5 people, it's the scary part. So, okay, so here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's Drast that went in that didn't need to be in. So somebody might die right here. Yep, there we go. Blast XL. Once you get to 5, you're in one-shot territory. So you can have your melee DPS come in, but once you get to 5, you're in one-shot territory. So that was Drast who killed him. RIP, dude. Damn it. It's unfortunate. Boom, it's dead. That's it. That fast. Boom, move on. And now on to the final wing. Yeah, DPS with a shield, no battle shout. Although Drast is the Imp Demo shout. And they do a lot of chain pulling here, which is like another thing you're going to see in these. Like, you can disarm these ghouls so they're less scary. Gets to the gargoyle, and then he's already like Gooch. Let me go back to normal speed. Gooch the G, dude. Gooch the G. Yeah. Dress did get blast killed. That's unfortunate. I'm pretty sure Lottie yelled at him for that. But that's like, again, like when a rage thing like that, like you hear Lottie rage there, it's like there's a valid thing. I find it hilarious. I think it's so fun to watch. Aggro's getting up on these slimes. They're going to pump the slimes down. Kill the slimes. Move forward and grab. Diamond Flask sets are going to be used soon. I don't know if Drast has Diamond Flask up, but everyone else will. Gets two. The third one's just going to come up to you. The pat. Don't worry about it. Your stacks don't get too high. Look at their stacks. Their stacks are at 2 right now. Their stacks are at 3, 4. First gargoyle down. Second gargoyle down. Stacks are at 4 still. All gargoyles down. 3 gargoyles down. 4 stacks. Okay. Diamond Flask sets. Diamond Flask used. People swap on. Drast doesn't have Diamond Flask up right now, so he just eats a little longer than everyone else. Now they have 6 stacks. Here's what's technically a little scary. They don't technically mean to pull this, right? Yar, dude. Right? That was you moving forward. It is the right idea, right? But their stacks are at 9. It's not like this isn't too scary, right? With their DPS, this isn't too scary. Stacks are at 10. They might get an 11 stack. Just eat. Boom. Eat. Easy. But technically, I'm pretty sure it wasn't meant to be pulled just yet. They might have wanted to drop, but I think that was better. That was a better play. It was an accident that worked out much better. Yeah, it worked out really, really well. Next, they just... Positioning. What exactly did that wait for? There was a couple seconds where you guys waited there. I don't know what that was for. Lottie also mentioned that pull wasn't really the best to do there. But the idea... Yeah, the idea... Like, the idea there is great, right? But I think it worked out better than it could have. Like, it was scary, but it worked out perfect, actually. 1 blink. Not the Plaguelinger, 1 blink. You're dead. You are dead. Easy. I'm going to keep it at 2.5 speed until we get to Lotheb. Actually, no. Until we get to Hygen, the Unclean. The little click on the immolation, oil of immolation. Sometimes you gotta, dude. Sometimes you just gotta. You can just macro it to your sapper and then just use it again there. Hey, we taunts. And like here you group up because they did pull the big guy. If they hadn't pulled the big guy, like if padding was better, they would have gone in and pulled already. So like with better padding there, that would have saved them another 6 seconds, 10 seconds maybe. That wasn't alive for 10 seconds, 5 seconds. But all of these seconds add up at this pace, right? Everything adds up at this pace. Like, actually everything adds up. At this... What are your... So, Recklessness was used on Naxx Naxx. Where's the other... I think on Saf. Where's the other Recklessness? Does anyone know? Before I have to dive in and find out. Look at how fast Hygen dies. Here, again, another great time for speed items. People died. If you get teleported, just wait in a speed run. Naxx have 4 horsemen. Okay. If you get teleported, just wait. Like, Hagen is going to die so fast that you literally don't need to move. Right? Hagen's going to die so fast that you don't need to move. Like, get out of here. Okay. Hagen the Unclean is dead in 58 seconds. Naxx 35 seconds. The 4 horsemen was just... it definitely lost them time. But look at the speed of these kills. Like, Saffron, 2 minutes and 6 seconds. Saffron only has 1 air phase. Saf literally gets 1 air phase. Here, speed items. Want to buy speed. Want to buy speed. And in the noobs run, we saw this. One person messed up their speed item, so everybody had to wait. I guess you can't really because you have to res anyways, so it doesn't matter because people died. So you lose time there no matter what. Yeah, you lose time there no matter what. Battle chicken, boys! Battle chicken used again. You're seeing some battle chickens being used. Pff, beautiful. Because the AoE damage doesn't go out for a minute. Battle chicken, battle chicken. You'll love to see it. I will be using battle chicken in my speedrun tomorrow. As often as I can. And I think this next one is Drast. If you're a warrior, by the way, in any of these groups, and you have like a rogue in your group, please just kill it. Especially if you have a dagger rogue. Just kill it right as everyone gets there. Stop waiting. If people are slow, they missed it. I'm just going to say that too. Everyone who's slow should miss it. Lotheb's, no matter what, a long fight. So they're only going to end up getting 1 spore each. Some people might be able to get a fresh spore at the very end. But they actually don't end up using it. So here, that's really cool, right? Right? Some people get a fresh spore at the very end. Here, I believe they meant to use diamond flask sets. So warriors, so they can pull right away. And warriors, like, nobody needs to heal the warriors. Because you still have the debuff. So you can't heal yet. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. But it loses some time here also. So we're going to listen to this, right? Everyone's healing themselves.
Full diamond flask. Cross-res gear. Okay, I guess you're all leaving already. But then there's no point doing it. Then just log off with the spore. There's no point doing it now.
Full diamond flask.
Yeah, okay, we need to stop earlier then.
Yep, healers still have the debuff, right? So the plan was to diamond flask.
No, we can't heal. Now there's no point doing it. How long is it?
And so now he just waits for figuring out how long the debuff is. Yeah. So like, it's risky because like your warrior or rogues could die and stuff. But the idea is like all of your warriors can stay alive for a whole minute there. So I don't know if a diamond flask set into your frost res gear is... We'll see. We'll see if that works perfect. We'll see. But they lost time there, obviously, right, guys? They lose quite a bit of time there. Somebody pulls... Naxx pulls aggro. Am I in double speed? Yeah. Alright. this is a scary fight to like attack really early, obviously. RP takes too long for the flash set. No. It's just on here, right? So like the idea is that they can start pulling early and like pull so the warriors all can heal themselves. And by the time that the healing debuff drops, all the healers have enough time to top off everyone else who gets low. Right? That's the idea. Instead of sitting and waiting for the full debuff to drop off. Air phase. This is literally the only air phase they get. This is the air phase they get. Bombs. Oh, he's like, I'm barely making it. I'm a bubble. Fuck it. Fair. Sarthe is landed. Death Wish not used yet. Death Wish used. Boom. Boom. This is Salad Baker's world record run, right? And so they wrecked 4 horsemen, so they don't have a wreck up again. So were 3 wrecks used? No, it was only 2 then, right? My Exna and 4 horsemen. Did he just wreck? Yep, yeah, there's a wreck. Okay. Boom. So we've got 10 recklessnesses used on Saffron. See if any were used on 4 horsemen. 7 used on 4 horsemen. 16 used on my Exna. Two used on KT. Lottie uses Wreck on KT. Boom. There it is. Nars on KT with Lottie. He might have had CD. I don't know. Oh. There gets to a point where they choose to just destroy Kel'Thuzad because the KT was really ugly. It might have been at mind control. KT and Sarthe both hit really, really hard, so I'm not 100% sure. I would... here, let me lower this. I would almost never underestimate how well Nars manages his CDs. Like, he's timed out a lot of it, and they're gonna run a little faster. This is like a time they were pretty much planning for. I would completely assume him and like Roguish have absolutely fully mapped out, 100% mapped out every single CD for the estimated time, and they're also noticing other times, right? Here, some people are eating. Lottie literally calls out, if you are eating behind the gate, he said, hold W. If you're eating behind the gate as we pull, I will kick you from the guild. That was my nice way of saying it. Yeah. Look in the run when he times his flasks. Every single fight, it ends right before execute phase. Nars is amazing. Like, if anyone doesn't know, Nars is even regarded in Salad Bakers, which is obviously top guild in the world. One of the top guilds in the world, no matter what you say, no one would ever contest that, right? Everyone in Salad Bakers agrees completely that Nars is an absolute monster. Yeah, I think he's the #1 warrior in the world. And it'd be insane to go through Naxx with him. So maybe one day. KT Phase 1, the most boring thing in the world. There's nothing to pay attention to. Paladins stun the A-bombs as they get in, kill the A-bombs. KT Phase 2. Real KT. This is where things get a little bit sketchy. What about Alondo? Alondo is the top parsing warrior in the world, without a doubt, right? Alondo's the top parsing warrior in the world. The top. I would say, in my opinion, the top warriors in the world. Alondo, top parsing. He also, yeah, sat scare bags on KT so Alondo could. Did they have to? Okay, so here's the first MCs. That was a little scary. There's a quick AoE fear. Really nice, right? A quick AoE fear. Although, maybe warriors want to blow their AoE fear. Look at that. Scary. Scary. Real scary there. Not dispelled yet. Okay. So that's scary. One of the frost bolts goes off. Everybody gets hit by that. That's like normal. It's unlucky death. Eggnog and Rod is. The animation. I'm on normal speed. Yeah, all right. The animation for the Shadow Fisher, like, it goes off before the animation disappears so everyone can know it. I think, yeah, I was gonna say, I think Tetsu, I genuinely think, in my opinion, I think Tetsu, Tails, Nars, Dali is just plays so well, and Onslaught has not been playing insane lately, but Dali is just unreal. He's the best Horde warrior. Yeah, Captain really good. Eggnog pumped this raid, but he has a lot of gear. Captain is really good too. That's... Oh my god, Shrek is actually unreal, yeah. Shrek is actually unreal. So, what happens here, right? So we do have warriors stacked in different ways. There's warriors stacked too heavily on certain positions, and that's because the call from the sheets that was made beforehand was different than the in-game macro that happened. So it's not like too many melee in the run itself. It's just people were out of position. So the KT was sketchy, right? They get a fatty King's Fall here, but the KT was sketchy. Health Zod, deaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 deaths. Did he? I didn't know that. I think Tetsu's also kind of like a god gamer. He plays so well. I don't know. I'm not all the way in there. Oh, they had beef. Okay. But I don't know who McSalad is, but this guy pumped also. But that's Salad Bakers, right? Salad Bakers world record. It is currently 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 56 seconds. Progress has yet to run. Rise ran tonight and did it 1 hour and 10 minutes, representing the U.S. First U.S. guild to be Rise just pumps. They're number 3 in the world. Noobs still has number 2 now. And so we'll see when Salad Bakers does another run and Progress has 2 runs to do, right? Salad Bakers could do 2 more runs. But I think we're going to see the sub 1 hour. I think we're going to see sub 1 hour. Like, with a few less deaths, with the Fairlena pull, a couple other things, speed items, and clean execution, we absolutely see sub 1 hour. So, huge grats to Salad Bakers. Of course, I'm using Drast POV here, guys. So follow Drast on Twitch. I'll link both of these in the chat really fast. Lottie and Drast. And yeah. Sal Dali said his warrior would do Naxx this Sunday. I really hope we see a really clean onslaught run. I do have a stream from Rise if we want that. Slams. Here we go. Slams God X. So Slams God X. This is a stream from Rise. This is Rise's run right here. Cool. Other than that, though, guys, I am going to upload this to YouTube just for people that missed this whole stream since I've been live for 7 hours. So I do want to upload this to YouTube for people that missed it. So if you're here on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe. I don't know. I won't be uploading another speedrun until next week on YouTube. And lastly, I do want to mention one more time. How many holy waters used? Yeah, we can check. How many holy waters used in the run? 222 in the Salad Bakers run. Rogish and Shiramar. Rogish used it almost off of CD. Rogish is so good. So good.